Hello, it's Treasure Chest Tuesday, one of my favorite times of the week when I get to celebrate the treasure chest of you and bring in divine wisdom to help you to celebrate your treasure chest and bring more of it forward. That's what I want for you, more of your treasure chest of soulful, heart-filled resources coming forward. And isn't that the secret of manifestation? That feeling of more of us being able to be created, more of all that we wish to know, create, share, be, manifesting into reality. So, by the way, the Soul Reunion immersion just started, so it's not too late to join us because it's a 4-week class for a whole month, and there are replays. So feel free to look that up again, Soul Reunion. It's on the front page of soulmastery.net, and you can read all about what it will be to do, yes, more spirit-fueled manifestation and reunite with the largeness of your soul that wants to come and be your best friend to help you to create the life that you want. Okay, back to our topic at hand, and that is divine priority. Divine priority. That's very different than human priority. Human priority is goals. What am I going to get done today? What do I put at the top of my list? Very goal oriented, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But divine priority, I find, is the sacred avenue to really move you into the things that you value more, that you want to experience coming true. Okay? So, big difference. How do you make something a divine priority? Because you put it at the top of your value list in your heart. Okay? And what it does for you is when you have a divine priority, regardless of what it is, okay, it could be as simple as losing weight. It could be as grand as what's the next chapter of my purpose-filled life as a priority. Doesn't matter what the priority is for you uniquely, it's wonderful. Okay. So, how you make it sacred, how you create it as a priority in your life means giving it not only time and space, but value. What gets done in our life is because we give it value. If we want to be healthy, we have to value our health, right? So I want to help you take some steps to be able to not resist, not be afraid of what might happen if you're healthy. Because one of the reasons we don't prioritize something is there's something in the way of resistance that says, it's not important. This over here is more important. And usually the this over here that's more important is your comfort zone. Your comfort zone, right? So here's a couple things you can do. Before you go to bed, when you do your gratitude, you look back at your day to sanctify it, bless it, feel how wonderful elements in it were for you. Your whatever, what you felt was valuable, what you felt was divinely guided, where you had that intuitive moment, all those kinds of things that help you close the day. You're also going to, and it's helpful sometimes to write down, what are my divine priorities for tomorrow? Maybe you do this at the beginning of the week as well. What are my divine priorities? The key is, say for instance, I wanted to do this video for Treasure Chest Tuesday for you. It's a divine priority. What makes it a divine priority? Because I value it And I love what it gives and brings forward for me, who I become because I've offered it. Not necessarily who you will become. You could say, well, I'm doing it for you, but what happens in me is important because I love to bring you wisdom and intuitive connection and tips and tools for how to be in divinity. So, divine priority, when I write that down at night, means hope you can follow me. I'm sort of in a fluid kind of space today. So it's a little bit not all over the place, but fluid. Okay, so I will write down my priority is not just to get Treasure Chest Tuesday video done and send it out. It's, ooh, to be able to speak about, work with, create this whole matter of divine priority. And as I do that, whether it was started yesterday or a couple days ago, which it did, and now it's starting to grow, in that moment before I go to bed, I might add some elements to it. What's important to me about that? And say, hey, tomorrow I want to bring forth the greatness of the topic of divine priority to share with my beautiful treasure chest people. Okay? So I will put that in the equation at night. What are my divine priorities? Now, you also want to put in the divine priorities. What are the qualities of spirit or experience you want to have tomorrow? For instance, if we're looking at the evening before the next day, I want to feel more of this in my work. I want to feel more peaceful in my relationship with so and so. I want to create more of my ability to focus on my health in sound bites, whatever that is. Even though I'm a full day of working, I want to be able to put elements in priority. If you make them a divine priority, then they are more likely to happen. If you just say it's something I got to get done, ooh, it's so easy to procrastinate, isn't it? And put it off and say it's not important. You know, like clearing out a cupboard, it's part of your list and you're like, I don't want to do that. Resistance, resistance to things that we don't want to do. Maybe it's the hard stuff like Treasure Chest Tuesday, putting that on the side. I don't see that as hard, but you might see something like speaking in a video as hard. You keep putting it back and putting it back. But if you bring it forward as a divine priority, how it makes you feel is fulfilled in a certain way, in a certain dimension. I did that, or I feel more joyful, or I feel like I contributed, or whatever it is, I feel more peaceful. Then it's divine priority. So put those things at the top because they make you feel something that you want to feel, not just good. That's good is good, but even more so, what is important to you? Okay, so during the day, if you find yourself getting triggered by someone or something, whatever it is, divine priority is what am I going to do to bring myself back to what I want to be experiencing right now? Is it peace? Is it greater strength? Is it brave heartness? Whatever it is, what do I need to do? Now, that's up to you what you do. Sometimes a little bit of scrolling is okay when you're frozen in fear and you scroll on Instagram to find those puppy videos or those elephant videos or those horse videos. It shifts who you are in that moment because the divine priority is I want to get back to that beautiful place that I know is my priority for how I will feel. So you do it for a minute. You start doom scrolling. Eek, that's not what you want to do. But you recognize what are the things that nurture me. If I take them in a small bite that bring me back, and it could be scrolling. It could be eating a piece of chocolate, not the whole box, a piece of chocolate. It just gives you a chance to go, okay, this is my ritual that I do to create. Maybe not chocolate, because if you're talking about losing weight, you don't want to equate food with what gives you a greater sense of self. Those are often comfort priorities. And that's what we're moving past, is comfort zone priorities, right? So it could be, I'm going to talk to a friend. Well, you got to be careful about that one. When you're feeling like I want to come back to peacefulness, talking to a friend might be trauma bonding. Let's talk about how horrible things are, or I want to talk to you about how this horrible thing came down, right? Or what I'm feeling about. Nothing wrong with doing that. But if you're doing it to um, try to get yourself back to a harmonious place in yourself, great. If you're just trying to resist, avoid, shut down, just talk about something else, that's not divine priority. So I challenge you to just play with, is this in your day, is this a divine priority? Or is this a false comfort zone? You can just keep asking yourself that question. I'm not trying to give you something more on your to-do list. I just want you to be able to know where to tune into your wisdom and intuition and guidance as it relates to what is the most valuable priority to me right now that I can act on and be in. And know that it's going to actually, even though I'm like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that exercise. A part of you is saying, I really don't want to do that exercise. The divine priorities, and I know how good I feel after I do it. That's divine priority. The same with food. Oh my gosh, I am so tired of salmon. Divine priority, but I know how good it feels in me when I eat that, even though cooking it is no fun or whatever it is. I'd much rather have pizza, right? A divine priority. Simple ways for you to look at that, right? Divine priority as it relates to sleep. Okay, when I go to bed at, say, 10 o'clock, I'll be random, 10 o'clock, I know that's the best thing for my body. And 9:30 comes up and it goes, oh my gosh, just one more episode, right? Okay, divine priority. So it's not that you're making yourself do something. It's not that you're being disciplined and hard on yourself and judgmental. You're coming back to what's my divine priority. Okay, great. So that's when that's when you're listening to your heart and soul and what you value most. And that's really, really important these days because we can get so sidetracked by what is a bright and shiny, traumatic moment, a situation. Ah, divine priority. You know what I'm speaking about. Okay, go out there and have fun reclaiming your divine priority. And please feel free to leave a comment. When you do, your algorithm says, ooh, she has a divine priority to saying yes to what resonates with her. It's not for me, it's for you. It's the algorithm that tells the universe, this is what resonates with me. Leaving a comment really tells the universe, yes, that matters to me. Okay, leave a like, a comment, subscribe, all those fun things. So you are telling the universe, these are the things that matter to me, and I do want your assistance, universe, in coming forward even more with what is a divine priority for me so I can find more of my value, purpose, and sense of self going forward to be able to lay a foundation for what it is I want to create being the priority. Okay, you got it? Isn't that great? And again, if you want to join us in the immersion, Soul Reunion, it's on my homepage, soulmastery.net. You can read all about it. It's not too late to make it a divine priority. Much love and blessings to all of you. May all that you wish to create come forward in sacred union with all that you are and all that loves you. Blessings on this day.